So let's pray that this phone holds still for y'all. It should right there. If it drop, I fix it. It's Sunday, and I decided to go through. It's not a stain. It's part of the shirt, y'all. I decided to now that I'm back in the house from attempting to retrieve my child, I decided to now go through all the court stuff. So when we went to court the other day, we went to the contempt of court hearing. On June the 18th, when I went to pick up my child, my son father refused to give him to me. That following week, that Monday he went down, filed the paperwork to filed the motion to have him held in contempt of the initial court agreement, which is I drop him off every Thursday, I pick him up every Sunday. And I also filed a motion to modify the visitation. Those were $31 a piece. So moving forward, currently, which was last week, was the court date for the contempt of court hearing. They let us know in the court hearing, though, that both of us I filed for the modification of visitation. He filed for full custody. I already have full custody. So I'm going to start with that paper first to show y'all. I just had this shit in my damn hand. All right. This one right here. If you could see clearly. I even circled it. Candy and Rat. You see where it say? Shall have sole legal custody of Quentin White. I'm saying I got it upside down. I don't know if y'all can read that. Yeah, but anyway, this is the paper. So this is the legal custody agreement where I have full sole custody of the child. So when he declined to give me the child that Sunday, that's when I had to go file the motion for the contempt to this, which we went for last week. Last week, the judge ordered him to return my child as stated in the legal agreement, the initial agreement. He refused. The judge told him, I'm warning you, sir. You have to return Miss Bennett's child. This is the show cause order for the contempt hearing that I filed. He said, no, I made a vow to protect my son. He's so dramatic. He do all scenes out of a movie. It's so crazy how fake he is. I didn't get a chance to get to know him. I was trying to mourn a 5-year relationship, and I rebound with him in 3 months. He moved in 3 weeks. Unbeknownst to me, another woman had put him out because when I met him, he was sleeping on his niece's bunk beds in that apartment building in his brother Maurice's house. So this is the family court documents. This is the modified custody and visitation. This is what I'll be responding to tomorrow because he filed too, but he hasn't responded to mine yet. So I'll be responding to his tomorrow. So we can continue to get that custody ball going. Now, moving forward, when we left out the courthouse, when we left out the courtroom, I was like, yo, I'm coming to get my kids Sunday. We had words, this, that, and the third. I went and got a protective order. So I got the protective order, and the judge ordered that my son be in the custody of me. And when I show up today, Sunday, at its normal standard custody, normal initial agreement, he is to give me the child. So, of course, today, we called the police first. I parked the block down the street. Didn't engage with him. Police came an hour later. My son performed, y'all. When I say performed, it was like I didn't even know my child. I was too afraid to even take him with me. Because he was like, I don't love you. I used to love you before I found out who you were. And I was like, boy, don't treat me like I beat you or something like that. He was like, no, you don't beat me. You don't beat me, but you yell at me. You yell a lot. You yell all the time. What? I yell at you when you do something wrong. That's better than beating your ass. Because I don't spank them. You know? But our kids are smart these days. They're very manipulative. He's really like manipulating the both of us. But he's also been brainwashed. Like, even the police officer was standing there, we was just watching my son perform. I was more afraid that if I took him with me, he was going to try to run out the car or something, or either cause an accident performing in the back seat, or either get home and then run away, cause an even more problem. Because he was breaking down, he was crying, he was walking around the police, like, I don't love you, your older kids don't want to be around you. No. Your brother, first of all, your one brother is in jail for something that he did himself. But two, your older brothers, which you don't even know nothing about because I keep you in a kid's place. They don't, I'm the villain now since I don't let nobody run to my house and save them out of their drama. I was cool when I was picking everybody up from jail and stuff. I was cool when I was running to the courthouse and stuff for people and letting them stay and everything else. So I was like the cool mother, but going through therapy, I had to realize I was a toxic enabler. He brung up days in a courtroom in contempt saying that my son missed a lot of days in school. How if the report card say 9? How? So anyhow, my son performed today. Performed, y'all. Performed. And in the same token, you doing all this like I abuse you. Like, one thing I do know is that once seeds get planted, ain't nothing you could do. I would spend the next 9 years doing what I did with the other kids, buying them so much shit, overdoing it, rewarding bad behavior, turning a blind eye, giving them everything, all type of shit. He brung up my court cases, and that's what all it's about. He's so stupid. He don't even realize. He kept saying, well, she got locked up. And when my neighbor got me locked up, I got locked up on a Friday. What I say, he get him every Thursday. He don't even know that bitch, you had him while I was locked up. You just didn't know. Because I got locked up Friday morning. It was none of your business. I made bail Monday. It was none of your business. My daughter came and picked him up from you Sunday. And I went and picked my baby up. I got out of jail, 3:30 Monday. I went and picked him up. I was 7 o'clock in the morning. That way I could give him a quick shower and get him dressed for school. So he didn't have to know what was going on. That's the whole thing in a nutshell. He was bringing up that I fought him with the baby in my arms. Yeah, I was going to do postpartum. And how old was the baby? 2 months? He almost 10 now. And why did I fight you? On the 3rd of what? January, 2014? Because why? He stayed out. We were supposed to bring in a new year together. 9 o'clock came, no Quentin. 10 o'clock came, no Quentin. 11 o'clock, I'm like, wait the fucking minute. 12, no Quentin. My mother babysitted. The next day I had to go get the baby. Now we are all into the 1st. The 2nd, no Quentin. I found this bitch down RNG on the 3rd. Man, and I had all his shit with me in a motherfucking hand. And yes, I had the baby in my arms. And when I kicked that damn door, he sit on the couch with the bitch. Yeah, I was fucking hurt. But that was so long ago, you bitter bitch. Yet he got a tattoo of my name right here to right here on his chest that he won't even cover up. Biggest day. Khandi. I'm not over exaggerating. It covers the whole thing. Biggest day. He's so mad he not in my business. And he's using my arrest against me, which charges I was acquitted for. I just seen that paper. I just seen that paper. Oh yeah, look. Bam. Acquitted. They were false charges on me. False. False. This is from me, the receipt, me paying the $62 for the contempt and the modification. My letter from my therapist. Character reference. Miss Bennett is an intelligent, capable, dedicated, and suitable woman. Miss Bennett is a patient with understanding with children and seems to be born to be mother. Miss Bennett has sufficient income to care for her child independently. Miss Bennett is wise, sensible. Reaction is circumstances. I have seen her overcome. I realize it is challenging to decide parental custody considering it will break a family apart. However, I'm advocating for joint custody for Quentin Kayvon White. And that's all I want is joint. I'm not trying to take the kid from him. I want it back reinstated the way it was, and that's what the judge said. They even expunged the shit off my record already. Because they knew it was some bullshit. A YMCA membership I paid for me and my son. He's missing out on activities. Like, he do too fucking much. And what it really is, yo, like, his baby mother did this to him. He got a son that's about 24 that wants nothing to do with him because he didn't try hard enough to fight for him. Mind you, the mother didn't have him either. The grandmother raised him. And she an old lady. And even I got her phone number. He don't even try to call or anything. He hasn't called. You know how old people still got the damn house phone. She was trying to contact him because she needs some child support because the mother, trifling ass, got the fucking card. Ain't that some shit? He trying to put me in the category as her. Where that fucking child support record at? That's another thing he keep whining about. Boy, and look, I voluntarily, I don't know if y'all seen any old YouTube videos, but I got a YouTube video on there where I voluntarily took him off child support. He the one, I never seen somebody so dumb. I had to Google where the child support building was. He the one asked me to put him on child support. Yeah, my friends and them said it'd be best that I go on child support, this, that, and third. So, like, he was being smart and not helping me for a long time. So I had to, like, go put him on child support when, like, my son was, like, 2 or something. January, February, March, April, May. Yeah, so the last payment we got was $123. May 25th, 2023. And look at all the highlighted gaps. When he when he wasn't working. He had one job for like a year he did keep. But all these other jobs, these all where I got lines at, they all new jobs. He talk about my temper. The last job he had was at McCormick where he said he had to hop off the forklift and punch the supervisor in the fucking face. For what? A little old man? And then in these pages, you're going to see a year gap, a 2-year gap. So why wasn't this monstrous person when the fuck he when the fuck he wasn't working, because he was always asking me for money. And that's another thing. He got a whole woman. He about to get married. He about to get fucking married. It's some struggle love shit. And she don't even stay in her fucking house. He's so manipulative. I used to ask him all the time in the very beginning, like, yo, why the girl ain't never home? Like, I want to meet her, thank her for allowing my kid to stay and this, that, and the third. And no, because she understands that I'm a man and I need my space. So I sent her around her mother house and everything. And then now her mother stay right around the corner. She just be around her mother house all the time. She don't go in that bitch. And you know us women, little do you know she probably got another nigga. And that's what he really know, but he ain't got a foot to stand up on. And he can't battle with her about it because she gonna kick him out. He really has nowhere to go. And he ain't all the hype he say, because every time he fucking needs some money or something, he asks me. He asks me for it. He asks me for fucking money. And I be like, yo, that's be one thing. How couples be together and then they be needing help? It's ridiculous. It's really ridiculous. But the way my son was acting, I couldn't take him. And he's so manipulative that as soon as I said, calm down, like you doing all this in front of the police, like you could tell my baby father had him trained like on cue. On cue. My friend said he was standing there when the police knocked on the door and stuff, and my son father was like, Quentin, come here, and had him come run to the door, and on cue my son just bust out crying and everything and all this other shit. And then they saw how quickly when my son was like, I don't want you to take my phone, and I don't want you to take me out of football. You're a horrible mom. No, because I was going to take the football and the phone away because of the fucking action that was done. His role in the action that was done. And that's why they trauma bonding. Oh, I'm going to protect you from your mother, this, that, and the third. First of all, you got to do things the right way. Now, we had already discussed that when he got 11 that he was going to come live with him, because a boy need to be raised by a man. But he said by 11, they was going to be moved out of that dirty neighborhood and out that dirty fucking house, because the landlord wasn't coming patching up the holes or some shit like that. Something he was saying, and he tired of the mice and some bullshit like that. And so I don't know why he doing all of this. He took a weak moment in my life. I really was going to do something. I'm going to do a bad breakup, and on top of it, my neighbor, boom. So and it just was like a 2-week span of just emotional everything. I even started bleeding when I was in jail. So I know hormonal wise and me being upset that my car got broken into. Like, on video, you see my neighbor break into my car. So yeah, I seen my neighbor, and it just was like this empty water bottle in my car. Like, you drink the water bottle, leave the water bottle in the car. And I'm like, why are you fucking breaking my car? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm frustrated at this point. Because I know he only fucking with me because he's saying that me and my boyfriend had broke up. Chum was saying things like, I used to love you before I knew who you were. Who am I? I feed you home-cooked meals. I take you places, long rides, adventures, everything. Gave you new experiences. Who am I? I don't even put my hands on you. Now I'm this terrible mother. Whatever. I didn't even let that get me down, because people use what I love the most, and I love children, and I always will be. I love my kids. Everybody know your kids, how your kids doing, how your kids doing. People know how I feel about my kids. So the people that love me close, the people who I have loved the most, or who are closest to me, are using them as weapons against me. I just believe Everydog had that day. And now it's like a double standard, because they used to the candy that would like go off and shit. Man, please. I ain't even want to stop at the bar and get nothing to drink, because that would just compound the bullshit. I gotta get up tomorrow early. That would just compound the bullshit. And I don't want that in my life. And that's why I won't react like how they want me to. I was real pleasant out there with the police officers. Hey, look, They was like, "Man, listen, you gotta take him. You know you gonna have to take him." I was like, "Look at how he acting. It's gonna be difficult when I get him home. I don't want him to be depressed when he get home." His father, he done been with him now too long. About what, almost 3 months? Well, summer break. Because he had him since June 18th. And now school starts tomorrow. So, I don't want it difficult for both of us. I don't want it toxic for both of us. And I literally was like, yo, this boy either going to jump out the car. I don't want to go. No, I don't want to go with you. I don't like you. I don't love you. Your older kids don't want nothing to do with you. What? What? Like it wasn't even my son. That's why I'm so glad I'm going on that Karamo show soon. Because I'm going to be vindicated for some shit, y'all. And I'm going to let y'all know when it's going to happen. And in the future, stay tuned for that. Stay tuned for that. I gotta work up some more time at my job because I'm still in my 6 months. So I'm moving around that, but it's still, I'm halfway through. So it is spin around real quick. I mean, shit, cuffing season coming up. And then I'm just looking at it like I'll have more time to work on me. I have more time to work on me. I have more time to go to the gym. I have more time to take care of myself. I've been existing all this time. I haven't been living. Trying to build a relationship. Got into a relationship. Trying to be a mom, grandmother. Like, been a mother since 14 years old. Maybe God telling me I need a break. And if Dad think he could do what I do, half at it. Half at it. Get up every morning and pack lunch. Bring him all the way over here to school. Now you're trying to transfer him to another school and everything. First of all, you gotta have a lease. Don't go to Staples and get a fraudulent lease either. No, this ain't a fucking chess game. This ain't a checkers game. This chess. You want him? You want him? He just want child support for real. He lies, he had a job. He ain't got no fucking job. That girl paid everything. And she ain't even there. He's such a bully, she don't stay in her own shit. What woman stay around their mother house every fucking day, all day? Her mother not disabled and her mother got a husband. Okay. I knew she was slow when when early in the relationship he was like, send me some naked pictures, send me some naked pictures. And I was like, fuck no, I'm not seeing no damn naked pictures. And I screenshotted the text and sent it to her phone. She texts back like, I know about that already, it's fine. Niggas always get a lower dummy. But see, I had time to get to know him. And when I was 5 months pregnant by him, I moved from Gilmore to the house on Garrison. But my mother's so damn toxic. My mother set me up when I was like 8 months pregnant with him. And had me and Quentin reconnect. And he moved back in. So he moved in with me at the house on Garrison when I was 8 months. And we ain't make it, as you can see, that baby was, how old was she? September, October, November, December. Okay, so Stinky was almost 4 months when we broke up. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, I stand corrected. Because he was born September the 13th in 2013. And we ended when he stayed out New Year's. I found him on the 3rd. So the 5th, September, October, November, December, January. Okay, so he would have been 4 months old on the 5th of January. So, yeah. He's still fucking bitter. Bitch, you stayed out. Ain't no coming back from that. Ain't no coming back from. Ain't no excuse. We had a fifth of peach Ciroc. And he fucked up. And then I elevated and shit from there. So that really had fucked him up. He got to see me live. My body was bad after I had the baby and everything. Yeah. And he hated now. And I don't even have much now. He hate the fact that no matter what people say, I never fall. And the shit that people say, he see that they don't say in my face, they better not. It's just that simple. They say clear the fuck away from me. But I'm tired. I don't have no more fight in me. I just don't. I'm beginning to be more compassionate. And now being in a homeless situation humbled the shit out my ass. And I was already humble before then. But like, I don't want no more trouble. He want to make it difficult for me to get my son. He want to X me out his life completely. And you know what? I'm looking at it like this is a bad thing. He'll be 10 September the 5th. Around about this time, boys starting to smell itself, and now they smell itself a little earlier. We got social media that's helping them really sniff out more of themselves. So, we don't even really know our children. You and your household right now don't even know you. They know more than what we give them fucking credit for. They know more than we know. Shit. I just think I got to get used to really being alone. Like, I've been a mother so long. I'm even had one on the hip, one with me, my grandkid, or something like that. And I got to get used to, I think I'm about to have to just get used to really, really taking care of myself. Because I've been taking care of myself, but I also been micromanaging. Chum this, we need this, this, and third, and stuff like that. But no, I think God wants me to just do some more intensified work. I was looking for another piece of paper in here. Let me go through this paper real quick. I was very disappointed in my son. I could tell it was an act. And then when I hugged him, he was like, I know, Ma, I'm doing too much. I said, Chum, this is ridiculous because you don't even act like this. What's up with you? And I was like, you don't got to do this. Don't treat me like I abuse you or some shit like that. Like, what is wrong with you? He was doing all that shit because his father was right there. Oh, God. Let me stay on this earth long enough to see the tables turn. Because it's going to come a day where he going to call me and say, Candy, come get this boy. I'm going to be somewhere on a fucking beach. It's okay, because I don't have that many affairs to put in order, which is a good thing. I'm doing good at keeping up on my bills. And I don't keep a house full of people. Never did. And now I'm about to just start finding stuff to do. Like when I get off work, go for walks, go out in public settings and meet people other than this online shit. I like it to a certain degree. But as far as like actually, I could go on dates now. First, I wasn't really going on any dates because, like, definitely when school back in and I got my little man, all that shit go to flat as out the door. Thursday, Saturday, yeah, but Sunday, the mommy cape was back on. And see, he lonely in that fucking house by himself because that girl don't be there. But with Chum there, he got something to do. He got something to, somebody to pick on. Oh, the stories Chum would tell me. And I never once would call him and call him out in that shit. Never once would call him and call him out in that shit. My dad, he'll just come in the room and bust in the room and just talking to me about you. And I'll be tired of it and all that. So he's so obsessed with me. It ain't my fault you had to settle for somebody that you're not even attracted to, that you know deep inside that don't even want you. She just too scared to tell you to get out. That's not my fault. It's not my fault that you can't be the man for her. That's not my fault because it bothers you inside that you're in a woman's home and you can't even pay her rent, gas, electrical, water, and you know that that's the means to survive, yet you are in there, and so subconsciously you got to know that this woman is taking care of you, and it don't make you feel good as a fucking man. But you watch your baby mother do it all the time by herself and still try to be beautiful. You watch it every time you turn around, your baby mother got a uniform on, whether it's nursing, security, and now I'm with DPW. Every time you turn around, I've had a different car. Every time you turn around, if I move, I've decorated my home nicely. You're so mad you don't see me on social media. You're so mad that you want to take the one thing that I mean, well, I love all my children, but he's the last of the Mohicans. He's the baby. So you want to take me by her, but you're not. You actually, if you're getting him, you get him at a good time of my life. I'm 43. Now I can live my best life and be the best. I'd be a better me. I don't have this cloud over my shoulder. I don't know how it was gonna work out. When I took a shower today, I put my hands up in the air and I was like, God, what's gonna be is what's gonna be. What you got meant for me is gonna be for me. Do with me as you will, cause I just don't have it to fight anymore. I surrender my exes. I surrender all that other shit. Like that shit dumb. I can't even believe, I'm mad at myself that I poured so much energy into a lot of dumb shit in the past and made myself look ugly as fuck. Like, mm-mm. And motherfuckers wasn't even worth it for real. Wasn't even worth that. For people that have cut me low down to shit. That's what I'm saying. And I don't like it one bit, but I'm just using this as a strategy. Like, yo, it's a lot of shit that I ain't gonna like. There's a lot of shit that I ain't gonna like. And I might as well deal with it now. That way that shit don't stress me out at 44. Stress me out when somebody don't do something I like at 45. He kept saying, oh, Candy wants her way. She want her way. That's the thing. He pulling this thing as an ego thing. He probably walked away like he won. No, I made it clear while we were standing out there. I said, no, I'm letting him leave because it's causing too much of a scene. You didn't win anything. I surrender. Look at how he's acting. Even though I know he's acting, but at the same time, I didn't know how far he would go. He really afraid that I'm going to take his phone, and he really afraid that I'm going to take him out of football. That's all this is about. But why shouldn't you face a punishment? I mean, it's not a spanking. It's not a beating. You already said I don't beat you. So why shouldn't you face? You don't want to face no type of punishment. And like his dad doesn't even realize that he's raising him to depend off a woman, manipulate a woman, and lack accountability for his actions. And to be a liar. He raising a fucking psychopath. And he's a fucking sociopath. And you know what? I was redoing his room over, right? I'm going to his room now. I was redoing his room over. So that's the, well, I don't know if you can see in the background. Let me fix these blinds. I hate when his blinds do this. So, right here. So that's his bed frame. I gotta take it out the box and put it out. But I broke his bunk beds down and gave them away. These some nice ass bunk beds too. And so I put clean sheets on his bed. I took this new box spring and mattress. You see the plastic? I took the plastic off the mattress today though, because nobody gonna be switchy. And did his dresser, put his game system up. Look at these damn clothes he got. He has little utensils in his drawer. All his little clean socks and underwear. Ready on deck. Clothes. Nice and folded up. Nice and clean. And some new. I redid his fucking closet. I'm gonna close this window. Takes a cricket getting this bitch and I be fighting ass. I'm gonna put some different hair in my head. The bush wig only give for a couple of days and you gotta put her up and give her a break. But I don't ever really wear wigs, so today, this is my go-to because I just took my braids out. Like he had new book bags up there, and his last year book bag was still fresh too, because he always rotate his book bag. I toted up some of his winter clothes, like fucking new tennis. He's just being an asshole. He's just being an ass. But I do believe Everydog had a day. Cut the light out. Because I got my gas electric down to $140 a month, child. Click. Lights out. Jigger. Look at all that. Look at all that. But anyway, it is what it is. What can I do? What can I do? He know he wrong for all this. And people that's his blind supporters. Oh, God. Some of his blind supporters I talk to, and some of them see straight through the shit. It's just that he done bombarded them with so much of it that they want to stay out the drama too. It's so messy. That's another reason why I'm backing up and staying quiet, because I want to see how long he can make a mess of this himself. Because guess what? They can't say Candy saying shit because Candy ain't saying shit. Candy did everything the right motherfucking way. Candy went to court. Candy took care of business. Candy, I'm going to legally change my name to Mary Jane too. I'm going to just go ahead and kick out the money next month. Because Candy been through a lot of shit. Mary Jane is a free-spirited name. People call me that anyway. But, you know, my social media handle will always be Candy Muscle. I earned that name. Yep. See y'all. I gotta get ready for tomorrow.